Hi everybody, today I'm going to share with you some tips on how to hold your brush pen to get the best thick and thin strokes for your brush pen calligraphy. I have some smooth paper pads and I have the Calligraphy black brush pen set. There are 3 brush pens in here. There is a fine tip, a medium, and a large. Let's take a look at the size that these tips write first. So I have my lined paper here. It's very smooth. You know that's important for your brush pen calligraphy. Here is what the lined pad looks like in the Calligraphy line. This line pad is great for any size of brush pen practice, and you probably know that I always say practice with guidelines all the time. Let us start with the fine tip brush pen. This is the same size as the multicolor small brush pens that I have in my collection. So if I am working with the small brush pen, any brush pen, I'm holding it high on the barrel like this, and I'm creating an angle, a low angle to the paper. So I am not holding it upright like this. I am holding it slanted and low. So if I was to write the word fine, I am going to actually respect the guidelines by making my X height about half the size of this space between the 2 lines. So my X height is about here. Here is my baseline and here is my waistline. This is for the fine brush tip pen in the 3-pack. The medium brush tip pen, I'm holding it the same way. I can write approximately that size. I can get thicker strokes because it has a bigger flex and a larger tip. And so I'll try to maintain that X height, but I actually do like to write a little bit bigger with this pen. And that's because the transitions are easier when you have a bigger pen and you're writing at a larger size. So I could write this with the same pen. I could make this distance my X height from top to bottom. And this is about 5/8 of an inch or 1 point. I'm not even going to guess the centimeters. Okay, I'll just bump this down actually to here, and you can see how large I can write with this. I wouldn't go much smaller than that X height, but this one works fine as well. And I'll just write that. Okay, snap your cap on. There is a double kind of a casing inside, so be careful that you center your brush pen when you slide it in, otherwise you might catch an edge. The large tip is actually in this set larger than the Dream Pen. So if you look at this, I'm going to zoom in now. You can see how large it is in comparison. Let me just actually show the 3 of them together. So here is, the fine, the medium, and the large tip pen. I would even classify the medium as a large tip, but definitely this one is really big and bold. So let's keep this X height right here. And I will write with this pen. So you can see it's a totally different tip than the other 2. They're all actually 3 very different tips. And you can see the thick strokes, and I am not applying full pressure yet with this because, take a look at this, I'll do my thin up stroke like this. I can push and lay this whole flat side of the pen down, and that's why I'm holding it high on the barrel, to get the full pressure stroke. If I'm going to achieve this really, really thick stroke, I am going to write even larger than this. Why? Because the transitions will not be clean if I write smaller and with this much pressure. So let me just get this really big and push down a lot. And if you are a beginner, it is more challenging to use a much larger brush tip pen that is this soft. So this is not a very stiff pen, like the Dream pen is very stiff. This pen is quite soft. So I hope this helps you out when you are thinking about getting a brush pen and trying to decide what you should do in terms of the size of the pen and the size of your script. All sizes of brush pens are lots of fun to work with. The technique is always the same, pressure and release, and the grip is always the same as well. Thanks for watching.